Why did I recently buy a house near San Diego at the top of the Southern California real estate market? Hi again, it's Douglas Lucky Larson with Real Real Estate Deals on the Retire Early and Often channel. And today we are looking at a cute little house and separate cottage that I bought in Oceanside, California in the summer of 2021, which looks like that was about the peak of the California home price in real estate. Well, once again, I'm not a real estate agent or a broker, and I do not give advice, but I do provide education or infotainment, if you will, and hopefully you'll do with it what you want and it may serve you well. On this channel, Retire Early and Often, we talk about creating a lifestyle. Sure, owning and controlling assets can help with lifestyle, but remember, the goal is not just accumulating stuff and bragging rights. It is to create and live a fulfilling life with purpose. In a different video, I talked about why everybody is leaving California, like Elon Musk, 50 Cent, and about 100 million of their closest friends. But not everybody is leaving. There's actually 40 million people in the state, and overall the population continues to grow, even though it's a little slower than it was, say, a decade or two ago. There are more people in California than the entire country of Canada. Keep that in mind. But there's reasons for that. And again, I talk about those in my other video. On this video, let's talk about this particular investment. In mid-July 2021, I bought a small 3-bed, 2-bath house, about 1,200 square feet with a detached ADU, accessory dwelling unit. This was in northern San Diego County, and I'm well aware that everybody thinks that prices were at their absolute peak this past spring and summer in Southern California. In fact, San Diego County saw its average home price go from $589K to about $750,000 in a matter of about 18 months. Let me go to the next slide. I think I've got a couple graphs. If we look up at the top of the page, you can see some of these numbers here. Crazy. We've got pre-COVID way up here at the top, and we're looking at that $589K price. And if you come over to the right side here, whoa, way up at the top, we're looking at $750,000 is your median home price. Crazy in just a matter of months. Now, coastal California has more traffic than almost anywhere in the U.S. It has less friendly laws for landlords, higher taxes, and more red tape for businesses. So you, along with my wife, might wonder why, if I'm such a smart guy, why I would buy in such a market. Well, I was born and raised in North County, San Diego, and it will always feel like home. Even though I'm not a current full-time resident there, I love to visit. I love the beach, I love surfing, I love the weather. Well, if you look here in the middle of my screen, in the middle of this past year, 2021, I had just sold a townhome. You can see this guy here, and also a vacant piece of property. Doesn't show it too well, but it's this one here in the middle. Very quickly, I'm not a tax advisor, and I do not play one on TV. If you want to know more about tax strategies, please consult with your tax professional. But I found out that if I used a 1031 tax-deferred exchange, I could save thousands of dollars in taxes, rather than just sell these and pocket the money, but sell it and then use it to buy another property. Not a primary residence, but some kind of other investment property. That's how these things work. I've done these before, and I knew all about them from personal experience, and so I thought, this is a great opportunity for that. I added up how much money we'd save and thought, yeah, let's do it. Now, the way they work is that you defer the taxes until some later time, maybe forever. I don't know. It depends on new and oppressive tax schemes coming out of Washington, D.C., but that's another rant for another time. Anyway, I saw that I could save many thousands of dollars by selling these two properties and buying something else, so that was a part of the catalyst. Now, again, I'm not currently a resident of Southern California, but I do love to visit. And purchasing a rental home there gives me the opportunity to have that business take care of all necessary travel and expenses when I do need to maintain that home. In fact, it's starting to get a little cold in Utah, where I live most of the time, and my kids have a little time off school next week, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go and like paint something or maintain something down there next week. Wink, wink. Now, just ask Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, why he loves real estate. And one reason he'll tell you is the tax-favored status and what it allows you to do and how much money it allows you to save. Now, finally, believe it or not, I got a great deal on this property. Because I had actual cash from another sale, 2 sales, I was able to purchase the California property quickly and without appraisal or formal inspection or financing contingencies. And the trustee that was selling the property really liked how clean and easy my offer was going to make the transaction. It was a listing right on the MLS. And I have several search parameters set up all the time in like redfin.com, and lots of properties get emailed to me that meet my basic guidelines. Well, I was one of 8 offers in the first 2 days. I was not the highest offer. Supposedly, there were 5 offers above mine. One was over $20,000 higher. Again, I made it fast and easy for the seller to choose me. The total price after renovations will still be under $400K. Now you ask, how is that possible? Well, first of all, it's in a 55 plus community, and we had to jump through a couple hoops to make sure that our LLC could purchase and rent it out to some people age 55 plus. But I'm actually not too far away from that 55 age range anyway. The home was very outdated and needed a bit of love. But if you believe Zillow's estimates, then we've got about $150,000 in equity already. Now, here's a picture of the kitchen. If you look over here, before and after, you can see that, yeah, it was dated and ugly. It's another reason why we got a great deal. I think we paid probably $50,000-$60,000 below market value. Now, we pretty much painted every surface in the house, and we did some other things like painting the cabinets, epoxying the countertops and backsplash. And we replaced the appliances, old nasty white ones. Nothing wrong with them, they were just old. We replaced them with some stainless steel, brand new. Looks great. We also paid $7,000 for a new roof. Now, fingers crossed, it should be almost maintenance free for the next 10 years, but I shouldn't jinx it. All right, well, renovations are now complete on the main house. We already have it rented out at $23.45 per month, which is, about what average rents are for that area. Maybe it's a little bit low, but only because we've also got that little ADU in the back that will, create a little more income. But not everybody wants somebody living in their backyard space, so to speak. We've fenced them off, and there's some privacy, but again, we're trying to maximize rental potential. Our tenants moved in at the end of October, and the little casita in the back should rent for another $13.50 per month. Now let's take a look at the next slide. Here's kind of a summary. We took basically 2 properties, you saw those on the last page, that were not performing very well as far as cash flow, and we put that equity to work. Now, again, one property that we sold was vacant land, and it was not generating any income, even though it had doubled in value over the last few years. The other property was a townhome, and it was highly leveraged. And the rent was, well, barely better than the debt service and the PMI and the high maintenance fees. With the California property, gross rent will be almost $3,700 per month and will provide some great tax benefits, including the exchange deferment, depreciation, and then travel expenses in the future. And did I mention it's only about 3 miles from the beach? If you look over here, this picture, yep, that's the Oceanside Pier, and that is actually my brother with my surfboard. But that was an incredible evening surfing. I've also got another board that is from Hawaii, and I absolutely love surfing this spot. Just a great location. And that particular evening was fantastic. Incredible sunset and some really nice waves. Anyway, I always get asked the question, and we'll switch over to another slide here really quick. The question I always get asked is it a good time to buy real estate? Now, every single situation is different for every person, for every family, for every investor. Now, I think this was a great opportunity for me. While managing the renovation project, I've gotten to enjoy more surfing days this past summer and fall than I have in the last 3 years. My kids, age 6, 11, and 15, also love it down there. And I have other family members and friends that live in the San Diego area. It's been great to spend more time with them. In a different video, we'll talk about the crazy high prices that we're seeing all over the country and why I think the prices in nominal terms, that's not adjusted for inflation, will even go higher over the next year or two before we may see a correction. But even if a deep correction comes, this house, along with 3 other rental properties we bought in the last, about 14 months, they add to a great rental income stream that we have. Now, I love the saying, the world may end tomorrow, but I'm still planting fruit trees. Now, is it a waste of time and energy and money to invest in something when everything may crash, or we may have the next COVID variant, scariant, or zombies may attack, or who knows, maybe Jesus is coming again. Well, maybe anything is possible, but I'm a Gen Xer and my whole life has been pretty dang good, but some kind of imminent disaster, dark cloud, was always just around the corner. According to the news media, that is. The Cold War with Russia just seemed to go on forever and was finally over when I was in my early high school years. My earliest memories when I was young was always that there was just, somebody with their finger on the button of, nukes, and the whole world was going to be destroyed at any minute. How about peak oil and the energy disaster that was looming in the late 70s? I was a very small boy at that point, but I remember people talking about it, right? Peak oil and high gas prices, and everybody was upset. How about overpopulation and imminent starvation? That was always talked about through the 80s when I was in high school. How about giant holes in the ozone layer that were always going to cook us, right? We were all going to die of cancer or heat stroke or who knows what. Y2K, how about that one? Yeah, that was a big nothing burger. Terrorist attacks, even on American soil. We remember that. A couple different wars in the Middle East. And now all everybody talks about is global warming all the time and the ever-changing global pandemic and all the reactions and then overreactions from various government officials. Well, you can either hide under your blankie or you can plant fruit trees and hope that you'll be around for the eventual harvest. It's your choice. Now, can you please like, subscribe, and share this video? I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that thumbs up. Only you will know what's right for you. And don't let anyone else scare you out of your dreams and goals because of their fears. Keep that in mind and hope to see you soon.